Ready to 10x your crypto bag this month? I've done some research and I have found 5 explosive coins with massive upside potential in this bull cycle, and you still have time to get in because you're early. This isn't hype. These are real opportunities backed by real catalysts, real volume, and real momentum. So stay locked in. I'll break down the narrative, the entry zones, and the exact strategy for each pick. So smash the like button, hit the subscribe, and let's dive right in. This is the setup criteria. Here's what to look for in a 10x altcoin pick. Real product or protocol with utility, strong narrative tailwinds like AI, real world assets, gaming, deepen, it's DeFi, etc. Volume breakout and early hype cycle. Good tokenomics and mid to low market cap. Smart money inflows, i.e. VCs, whales, and any sort of on-chain alerts. Now really, let's jump into the 5 coins that tick all these boxes. Are you ready? Let's go. Coin number 1 is Tensor. Okay, not Bitensor, but Tensor. And Tensor is Solana, NFTs, and Deepen, or Decentralized Financial Infrastructure Network. And this has a market cap of about $120 million at this point. And once Solana NFTs and NFTs pick up massive volume, which is starting to happen once again, then we will see this start to pump. What is your strategy? Well, you want to accumulate anything under $1.50, which means that it's anything under this all-time high. Now, obviously, you're not going to want to buy at $1.50, but really, we're probably going to pump a lot harder than this. We probably could see $10, $15, $20 on this coin. And right now, that would be a 10x up to just $1.50, really. So if we're looking for right now buys at this level, just to get to the previous all-time high, 1000x. That's a 10x on your bags. Now, if we were to get up to the spike high, that's about a 1800% gain or an 18x gain. Now, my friends, I just want to share something with you. Always using Fibonacci, we see where we could possibly end up in price structure, right? So according to the Fibonacci, we could be possibly very much correct at the $10 price point on Tensor, normally at the most hyperextended position on trading generally ends up at about 3.618 to 4.618. So you can see that that's a $9 to nearly $12 price point on this token. Now, what would that look like in terms of your returns? Well, I think you'd get a lot higher than a 10x on your coin right now, because just getting up to where we are, and honestly, the narratives in Deepen and NFTs is huge this cycle, my friends. So we could see we could even see a 100x gain on Tensor. Now, is that realistic? A 100x gain would take us from a $120 million market cap. Being a 10x would take us to a 1.2 billion, and 100x would take us up to about 12 billion. So I'd say that's quite fair and reasonable enough to say. What would you say? Let me know about your thoughts down in the comments below. The next coin on the block here is Fetch AI, who has merged with Ocean Protocol and AGIX, and so this is currently sitting at about $1 billion market cap. Now, the juicy and interesting part about this is that it's all about AI and autonomous agents. And so I believe we're seeing AI pick up absolutely massively. And if you have a look at these crazy spikes that we end up seeing here from bottom to top, I mean, we're looking at 8,000 spikes in a couple of weeks, really, my friends. So we are, from where we've come to the low right now, is about 75,000%. Okay, that's here, let alone at the top. At the top, we're probably looking at a massive 51,000. So maybe my calculation was a little bit incorrect there. That's a 10,000%. So we've 1,000 pretty much 100x to where we are right now. To the top there, that would be a 517x. Now, my friends, if we were to do anything like this, I would be purchasing anything under $1 because you can see that that's the massive resistance point. And right now at $1 billion, we could probably see, I mean, I would expect us at the very, very least to get to the all-time highs. That would give us call it a 4x. Now, I'd probably like to see this at least a $10 price, really at the absolute minimum, because if we're here right now at 87 cents, sorry, where are we? 72 cents. Well, we're getting up to $10. That give us at least a 1,200. So that's a 10 to 12x. I would say that that's probably reasonable considering we're at $1 billion market cap and AI and autonomous agents coming in quite nicely. We could expect this beautiful fetch token to probably hit at least a $10 price. Now, if we were to do that, that would give us a little bit over kind of a 12x gain, right? Not bad considering we have option 2. Okay. Third coin on the list is Rune or Thorchain, and it is all about cross-chain DeFi BTC liquidity. Okay. Real yield, BTC native, and liquidity with a strong user base. Market cap about $800 million at this moment. And if BTC DeFi catches fire, well, my friends, purchasing this token right now underneath $3 to $4, we could see this token probably hit $25 to $30 in price. Now let's see what this token has previously done, right? So from baseline, boom, to peak up here, that's a 7,700% return, or a 77x. My friends, wow, we are just magical. You can see we're creating higher lows. So let's just take it from where we're at, which is $1.38. So up to my blue line is probably a good point to accumulate, because that would mean we would probably be exploding outside of this down-sloping trend line. A little bit of resistance on the way up here at kind of, I would say, $11.50. So that would give you a 7x gain on your money. We'd hit the all-time high. That'd give you a 14x gain on your money. And if we're to hit $30, we could probably see a 20x gain on your money. 10 to 20x quite fast. Now, it's nothing like the 7,000%, right? If we were to do a 7,000% odd return, I don't think we're going to do that. If we were to do that, in fact, let's use as effectively as we always do the stochastic to where we currently are on the bottom. So if we are to get anywhere to that peak top, I mean, we could be seeing anywhere between 3.618 and 4.618. We could see between $75 to $95 on this beautiful cryptocurrency. And honestly, Bitcoin is the king of crypto. And if Bitcoin DeFi goes berserk and goes crazy as it probably would, we would see then our 7,000% return to the peak of the top there. Now, however, taking 50% of your bags off the top, you know, when we hit the $35 price, isn't a bad thing, right? You're taking profits. Let the rest ride up. Make some more money on your beautiful crypto right here. Now, we're at the sweet damn bottom here, guys. We're at the bottom. Why would you not want to accumulate this beautiful cryptocurrency, my friends? That is your next conviction. Coin number 4 is Arweave with decentralized infrastructure, decentralized storage, and AI infrastructure. This project is growing into on-chain storage and dApps. With a $900 million market cap as of today, we could expect maybe a 8x as decentralized infrastructure and data storage becomes the narrative, the heat in the narrative. Your targets are to buy anything under $25. So anything under this resistance zone, as you can see here, you got a lot of buying opportunity. The moment it pops out of this down sloping trend, my friends, that's it. You don't have any more buying opportunity. So we could potentially see something like this. This was a 1,100% gain, and we could probably see a lot more this cycle with the narrative, really, just to get up to this levels 3x and up to this levels 10x on your money up to the peak. That's a 1000x gain. However, always pulling out your Fibonacci's. Okay, I'm even going to take it down to the bottom because that's really where we are. We're at the bottom, right? So let's go and measure from where we are once we're here, and what would that look like for us on Arweave? Now, my friends, I don't know how realistic this is going to look like to you, but again, we could see a 4,000, maybe 5,400 return on this beautiful narrative and this project. Honestly, that's quite a huge ask. It's like a 40-50x gain, but I'd expect at least a 10x up to our buy level, really. There you go. It's a 3x there and a 10x somewhere up here, right? So why would it not hit those levels is my question. Probably looking at a target of at least 150 at the very, very least. And there's your kind of your 20x actually at that point. So my friends, you can see I'm giving you a lot more value than just 10x's. So you can massively make some super gains on your portfolio only if you are subscribed to the Crypto Bliss community, my friends. Coin number 5 is Echelon Prime. You'll hear people like Alex Becker and Elio Trades speaking about Echelon Prime very often. They're very much heavily invested in the projects, and once gaming and DeFi take off, well, we'll see some massive narrative. It has big name collabs and a massive opportunity of community first token economy. We're sitting currently at about $130 million market cap, and we could easily 10x on this token if gaming decides it wants to explode, which most likely will. Buy anything under $10, really. There's your level again. There's the $10 level. Once it breaks out, let's draw us that trend line as we have right there. Okay, as we get up to this level, that's your $10. So you buy under $10, it breaks out of here. I mean, we could probably see this coin hit $100 quite easily. Once again, let's take a look at what it previously did, a 3,500x gain. Could we possibly end up doing the same return here? Well, let's go and have a look, because if we're saying $100, yeah, $100 is a reasonable buy between 3.618 and 4.618. Give us a 52 odd X on this coin if it reached that 123 odd dollars. How would you like to make those insane gains this cycle? Now, don't just ape into all 5 of these tokens. Here is how I would build the perfect 10x alt portfolio using these picks. So really, if you have $1,000, put 200 into each of them, equally set aside, right? Use 50% on your initial entry. I mean, I would do that at this current price right now. If there's any dips, use the next 50%. Alternatively, use the balance of the 50% under the prices I've just given you here. Always set your price alerts and take profits on the way up. There is no other way. That is going to be your solution to making a 10x on this specific altcoin bag. And if you take $1,000 and you 10x on your portfolio here, that's going to convert $1,000 into $10,000. Are you ready to make absolute insane gains here, my friends? If you are, make some noise down in the comments below. And of course, remember that altcoin season is here. These 5 altcoins have the narrative, the momentum, and the upside potential to explode this month. Remember, this is high risk, which will mean high reward. So stick to your plan, set targets, and secure your future profits. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment your top altcoin pick down in the comments below. I will reply to every single one of your comments down below. Do not miss my next video on how to rotate altcoin gains into long-term wealth. Let's get it. Thanks for being here and appreciate you. Remember to subscribe to the Crypto Bliss channel and community. You clearly love my videos. You're going to love the next videos. So make sure to hit that notification bell. Use my buyback link down below because as you can see, Bitcoin is ranging here right now and it's ranging at the 1 Fibonacci level, touched down to the 0.786 level. I highly doubt we're going to see it come down to the 618, although it does really like that level. Even though we are creating lower highs and lower lows at this point, yes, we're in somewhat of a down-sloping trend, I would say. I mean, let's even draw that for us so that it's very clear on the 4-hourly time frame that we are somewhat in a down-sloping trend. However, usually, I mean, even if we have to come back down to the 116,000 level on Bitcoin, we're going to pump up. Now, I've started getting into some trades here. You will see that I will enter into the ones that I've just spoken about. And really, we're in massive profit in my Bitcoin trade, 215%. We're down a little bit on my XRP, which I got in this morning. It's really not that big a deal, my friends. We are waiting for this pullback. It's currently pulling back to the median of the Bollinger Band. Could we see a bounce off of this area and a strong push through and a breakup through here? Because if we did, well, my Ethereum would then do that too. Now, the difficult thing that I have to share about Ethereum right now is we've had a major pump here. We're starting to see signs of overexhaustion. I could expect us to possibly pull back down to at least the 618 here, which is about 3,300 odd, and then maybe make a strong point and break out to the peak here at the, call it the nearly 5,000 level, pull back again, and then pump to the upside. Otherwise, we could really just explode through. I doubt it because things don't go up in a straight line. So realize that and make sure you're following the Crypto Bliss channel, and we'll see you on the next one.